Hello Dr. Talks. Today we are going to discuss about semi-permanent eyebrows. To discuss more on this, today with us Dr. Lakshmi Sharada. Dr. Lakshmi Sharada, consultant dermatologist, PMU artist and master trainer from Dr. Sharada Skin Clinic, Hyderabad. Doctor, what is semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows?
Semi-permanent makeup is basically it's a technique where we are using it to insert a pigment in just under the superficial layers of the skin so that the eyebrows will look thicker, they look fuller and very well shaped all the time. So imagine not having to do makeup every day in the morning.
Doctor, how is the process different from tattooing?
There are a lot of differences, but in simple terms, tattoo, the pigment is inserted much deeper into the skin, into the dermis, and that's why it's permanent. Whereas in semi-permanent makeup, we put the pigment just under the top layer of the skin, which is called the epidermis. So when our skin sheds every day, so that is why gradually as the skin is shedding, this pigment will also fade off. That is one main difference. The second difference is what equipment we use to do this process. The eyebrows we can do with a microblading pen, or we also do with a machine, but whereas a tattoo it's done simply with a machine.
Doctor, is the procedure painful?
Not at all. Actually, a lot of people sleep off during the procedure. But yes, saying that, there are a few areas or few points in your skin where you might feel some discomfort.
Doctor, after doing semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows, how long does it last?
That depends on the skin type, but usually the range is it can last anywhere from 1 year to 3 years. In most people, it lasts definitely 2 years.
Doctor, can anyone get semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows?
Yes, why not? Everybody can get it done. There are no contraindications as such, except like some medical reasons, where if they're having any active infection in this area, or if they're on blood thinners, like when we are doing the semi-permanent makeup, they might bleed a lot. So that is the case where we don't encourage them. And the other place where we don't do semi-permanent makeup is when they have a very high keloidal risk.
Doctor, what is the post care of semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows?
Very simple. We give a gel which you have to apply regularly, and there are certain things you need to avoid so that the pigment doesn't fade off faster. Example, anything which is making you sweat excessively is what you need to avoid, like excessive gymming or drinking very hot drinks, staying in a hot environment, swimming. These are all the things which you need to avoid. Otherwise, it's a very simple procedure. There is no swelling, there is no pain. And if you take care of the brows for 10 days, after that the fading process is very slow.
Doctor, are there any risk or side effects after doing semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows?
No, it's absolutely safe procedure because it's done under a very safe environment where we take care of sterile equipment is used for this. The pigments are all standard pigments which we use. So very rarely there may be an infection risk, but as of today that never happened.
Doctor, what are the different types of semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows?
I'm sure everybody has noticed that a lot of varieties of terminology is used for semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows. The first one is microblading, which is done with a microblading pen. And the other one is powder brows or ombre brows, where there are no definite strokes, but it looks like you have penciled your eyebrows in the background. It's like shading. Nano brows is the latest technique where we are using a machine to make eyebrow strokes. This technique is more advanced because the pigment lasts longer, and the changes in color that can happen with your eyebrows is not happening with nano brows. That's why it's a better technique.
Doctor, how much does it cost?
Any semi-permanent makeup of eyebrow procedure usually can range anything from 15,000 to 35,000 or 40,000. It all depends on how good the artist is, or the equipment they're using, and it takes about 3 hours for the procedure.
Doctor, how do I choose a qualified artist or technician for this procedure?
It's very important. You should know who is doing your brows. Ask to see their certificate, or at least how qualified they are. Ask to see their work which they have done in the past, not some images which they have taken from the internet. And that is how you can assess what your eyebrows are going to look like.
Doctor, are there any other varieties of semi-permanent makeup?
Yes, there are other areas where we do semi-permanent makeup. The other main area is the lips, where, especially in our Indian skin, our lips are very dark, and we do try different varieties of treatments. Me being a dermatologist, I do peels and laser on the lips, but nothing is permanent, or nothing is a bit longer lasting. So, semi-permanent makeup helps in reducing the darkness in your lips, and also it gives you a nice pinkish blush or a reddish blush. The other area where semi-permanent makeup is being done, the eyeliner, and we also do semi-permanent makeup to cover up scars and white patches on our skin.
We have covered all the questions related to semi-permanent makeup of eyebrows. If you have still doubts, kindly mention in the comment box.